Dear Diary, as we close this chapter in our lives, I want to bring light to the red flags that I missed. Because the series is called Hidden Red Flags. But there are flags that I miss because of the whining and dining of Juicy J. So I want to bring those to light so I never miss them again. Red flag number one. As you know, August 3rd, 2024 is when I met Juicy. By August 16th, baby, he was asking me for my address in a joking manner. So I didn't take it like, oh my God, he's a creeper. But I should have. Because in those sentences, as I look back, it was, so what's your address again? Me. In due time, sir. Him. I just want to dine and dash. Girl, he literally told you who he was right then and there. But I ain't pay attention to it because he was nice. Second red flag. He started texting me singing love songs, honey. Because of you, I never strayed too far from the sidewalk. What? 2 weeks in. Red flag. Third, he told me I don't do social media, but I have been on almost all the dating sites. But I turned that off though once I met you. I'm no longer on the dating sites. That was a lie. And the social media thing, a bigger lie. Told me I only get on social media for my gaming buddies. He even said this in March, months afterwards. I told you I only get on Facebook for my gaming buddies. However, his Facebook friends stay consistent and low. His Instagram friends, low count. And most recently, I saw his TikTok account because Juicy, stop looking for me. Stop looking for me. Why is you on my account? Anyway, let me go back. Jeez. Red flag number 4. If that man is talking so heavily about his exes, I mean, everything that they did wrong, honey, everything that they did wrong. I'm talking, he talked like about them like he could not stand them. Okay, both of them. The ex-wife cheated with multiple people, according to him. She even stabbed him in the back because he caught her cheating. That had never set right with me. When he told me that story, I just sat there like, so you got stabbed in the back because you caught her cheating? That don't sound right. I found that out in March. Okay. Now before that, he would just talk about them like a dog. Okay. And his mama. A dog. That's a red flag, honey. And even though I asked him, what do you think you could have done better in that relationship? And he said to me, I left the door open for her to cheat. I left the door open for both of them to cheat. I was out with my friends. I was playing my game. So I left the door open. I took that as a validated answer. Okay. And this was in the beginning when I asked him because I was tired. I said to him, I literally said to him, I don't want the trauma from our past relationships to define what we got going on here. Like I don't really want to talk about them. I don't want that dispute over here. I said it multiple times. But he continued to talk about them, honey. And even gave me advice on how to deal with my situation, child. Even gave me advice on how to deal with my friend's situation when she was going through something with her guy, which was very similar. These narcissists are, wow. He gave me advice on how to tell my friend how to deal with that man. Whole time he was the same man. Next red flag. Juicy was overly affectionate in the beginning. And it continued. It actually continued, which shocked me. So it made me believe that I was the only one. I mean, overly affectionate, meaning our second weekend with each other, our second weekend with each other, we he came up and we went to the movies. We did a bunch of things throughout the 3-day weekend. We would go to multiple places. This particular time, though, in the movie theater, we're sitting and watching a movie, and he's holding my hand as we're watching a movie. And I mean, literally, like caressing my hand. He fell asleep during the movie for a quick second, but he's caressing my hand and he's holding my hand and kissing on my hand as if we've been together for years. But this was in September. This was in September. But you would have swore that we were together forever. And in my mind at that time, I thought to myself, is he in a relationship that I don't know about? Like, am I a placeholder right now? But I let it go. I let that thought go because it felt like you were there with someone else, but it's me. I let it go though. I thought I was overthinking. No, I wasn't. It was moving so fast. And so that's why I said in October what I said. Like, and then we went bowling after that. And or we may have went bowling before that, one or the other. But as I told you, while we were bowling, every time I rolled the ball and came walking back towards him, this man would massage my hand and kiss the back of my hand every time I threw the ball. He really showed affection and obsession throughout the situationship. It was a lot, but coming out of what I came out of, I just couldn't at that point I couldn't see what the difference between the red flag was and a green flag at that moment. The shit was maroon. I couldn't tell. It was a lesson learned. Red flag number, I don't even know what number I'm on. The next red flag, the nicknames early on, like super early on, the sweeties, and me calling him Bear and him calling me Bunny because of one time we were out to eat and he doesn't eat vegetables. He only eats meat. And I call him a bear and he called me a rabbit. And so the nickname stuck. Next, the mimicking. That's a red flag. The mimicking. Baby, I couldn't have nothing to myself, honey. Nothing. Everything I said I did, he said he did. So it felt like we were in sync. There was a moment that I drove home from work and I called him, or no, he called me. He called me, text me first to see if I got home. Told him I got home. I was about to hit the shower. He called me after I got out the shower. I tell him, about my drive home. And there was a family of deer that almost ran in front of my car. And I thought I was going to hit them, but I didn't. He says, funny thing, same thing happened to me on my way home from my mom's house. Now, and I'm like, oh, okay, twin, but I live in the country. It's pretty much the country out here. Your mama live in New York. Where the hell a bunch of deer running from the? But you know what? You got it. I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. Like, is this like the universe like doing these things? No, it's not. I later found out that he started mimicking a lot of my things and saying things to T or doing things with T that I told him or showed him. Like, he couldn't even find his own identity. Red flag. It's a mess. Next red flag. Constantly complaining and looking for validation. I mean, he complained about everything. He started complaining about everything. He started being depressed about everything. And there was a time that he called me depressed about money, right? But this man said he made six figures, but that's neither here nor there. He complained about money, and I was like, wow, yeah, I know it's crazy out here. Like, I got issues too with money. And he's like, oh God, if you want to complain about it, I can't even talk to you because how you gonna be going through something while I'm going through something? And I was like, damn, Juicy. My bad. Like, go ahead. This your show. Pop off, Pookie. My gosh. And now all these things that I'm talking about negatively, they started happening later on. They weren't present in the beginning, but his true self started coming out later on. Next red flag, gossiping heavily. I mean, gossiping about everybody and everything. Like, it was a lot. Just talking about every single person is crazy. Okay. Next red flag. If that man tells you that he has random pictures and videos of you in his phone, but won't allow you to see them, baby, that's a red flag. Because what kind of videos and pictures are we talking about? Was I awake? what was I? What you mean? Like, what you mean? If you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and that man is sitting up staring at you, girl, what is you doing? Go home. Go home. I woke up one night at his place to him staring at me. And then he proceeds to tell me, you snore a little. I never heard you snore before. It's cute. Sir, you went to sleep before. Why are you awake? It wasn't the first time I caught him. I caught him before too. And he said he was up looking at reels. My God. My God. It was too early on for you to be watching me like that. Now I expect that out of somebody I've been with for years. That's just what he do. But no. Red flag. Him constantly asking you for pictures. This man has so many pictures of me in his phone because he would say please and thank you. And most of these pictures, take the kids out the room. Most of these pictures are of not fully clothed pictures. And I'm quite upset that I even did that shit. But it is what it is. I thought I was in exclusively dating, whatever. You know, you better erase some shits. This man, this narcissist was able to make you feel so comfortable and confident that you could open up and explore with him on a different level, intimately, sexually, spiritually, and physically. The con artist in him, Lord, this man, and like I said, move the children out the room, honey, because this is adult time. This man allowed me to open up and be who I wanted to be with no strings attached. Made me feel so comfortable. This man has a piece of me in his house as we speak. That you know what, you see, because I know you listening, and I hope that you threw that away because you do not deserve it. And if you are still using it, I hope it breaks because I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Anyway, next red flag. And this happened months into it as well. If that man brags about how much money he makes, right? That he makes more than you, and he knows that you are a single mother, but he fixes his lips to ask you for some money and then tells you he has no problem with asking for money. Even when I said, I hate when people ask me for money. It doesn't make any sense why people would literally ask me, a single mom of three, for money. I don't care how hard I'm hustling. My money's for my children. It's not for anybody else. And he said, well, I don't have a problem with asking. And about a month later, he definitely didn't have a problem about asking. And me being who I am, because I had it, I gave it. But he gave it right back. So I was like, oh, it's not a red flag because he gave it right back. But then I remember, like, this man told me he made six figures. Why he asking me for money? Red flag. So I say all this because my next my next go around, I won't be so blind. I won't I won't allow cute gestures to blind me. I won't allow to be so blind about what they do that I don't hear what they say. You know, I kept those things in the back of my mind, but I should have cut it off from the door, but I didn't. Because with every nonsense, he would bring a sense of peace. He would say something that rubbed me the wrong way, but he would be so gentleman-like that I started questioning myself. You know, I did this podcast or video story time for my own peace of mind, but also to get these stories out of my head so that I can heal properly, so that I don't bring this into my next one. So every time I do one of these, every time me or T record, we don't listen afterwards. I might listen just a little bit just to make sure that it's cool when I upload it. But once I upload it, it's done. It's like, okay, that chapter is closed. So coming after this is the season finale when all this shit hit the fan and how it went down. You know, when you're searching for your other half, it really sucks when someone studies you to the point where they know exactly how to fuck with you. It sucks, but it's a lesson learned. And will I allow this to have a chokehold on me for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. Because me walking away from this situation, Juicy already knew that ain't no spinning the block here. You fuck with me, that's it. It's done. It's done. Juicy already knew that from the door. I told him that. I don't spin the block. I don't no. It's over. It's done. Just stay tuned for the season finale. And I'm so glad that we talked about this.